If you've ever tried to bring a piece of Studio Ghibli magic into your home here in the States, you know it's basically a retail
Oh,
wilderness.
absolutely. It's a total desert.
Right. You're either hunting through crowded anime convention booths or maybe hoping for a rare pop-up at a place like Kinokuniya or, calculating massive proxy shipping fees just to import a Totoro plush without having to sell a kidney.
Yeah, it has absolutely been this era of artificial scarcity for U.S. fans, like essentially forcing them to jump through hoops for decades just to get official merch.
Exactly. But today, we are diving into a single, really exciting source. Studio Ghibli is officially opening its first ever permanent flagship store in Los Angeles. And your mission for this deep dive is to understand why this physical sanctuary is a massive cultural shift for world cinema, not just a retail update.
Because it really is a masterclass in how a foreign animation studio cements its status right in the heart of Hollywood.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're finally moving from that frustrating scarcity to a permanent brick and mortar solution. But honestly, I have to push back on the location right out of the gate.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, why Los Angeles? Like, wouldn't a massive tourist hub, say Times Square in New York, make more financial sense? Or maybe some tech-forward city?
You would think a high-traffic tourist center is the obvious choice, sure.
Yeah.
But this strategy, it isn't about maximizing casual foot traffic.
No.
No, not at all. It's about prestige and positioning. I mean, Los Angeles has a built-in Ghibli faithful with places like Little Tokyo. But more importantly, LA treats Japanese animation as high art.
Ah, right, like the Academy Museum.
Exactly. Think about the Academy Museum's massive Hayao Miyazaki retrospective recently. LA takes this stuff very seriously.
So LA isn't just a market for them, it's like a megaphone.
Right.
By placing themselves in the film capital of the world, they're positioning Ghibli next to the Oscars, rather than just next to a generic toy store in some mall.
Precisely. They are anchoring their brand in the cultural zeitgeist. When you transition from, ephemeral movie screenings to actually owning physical real estate in LA, you aren't just an in-court anymore.
You become a permanent fixture.
Yeah, permanent fixture of the American cinematic landscape.
And because LA treats Ghibli as high art, you can't just throw cheap plastic figures on wire racks.
Oh, definitely not.
That prestige directly dictates the design of the store. Like, if this location is anything like the official Donguri Republic stores they operate in Japan, it's going to be designed like a movie set.
Well, what's fascinating here is how that physical architecture elevates the whole experience. You aren't just shopping.
Right, it's way more than that.
Yeah, you're walking through a doorway framed by oversized, realistic vines. Maybe you're hearing the low hum of a slumbering Totoro in the corner.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It completely transcends retail.
It's a portal, like a pilgrimage for the soul. And that level of immersion carries right over to the merchandise, too. The source notes a heavy lean into lifestyle goods.
So no standard action figures.
Mostly no. We're talking about hand-painted tea sets, things that feel like they were pulled right out of the spirit realm.
That makes perfect sense because, Ghibli's philosophy is about finding magic in the mundane. They want their art to integrate right into your daily routine.
Yeah.
And knowing their history of regional exclusivity, we are highly likely to see location-specific items.
Which is brilliant marketing. Give me a Hollywood-inspired Kiki's delivery service print or like a My Neighbor Totoro surfboard keychain.
Yes, things that pay specific homage to this new West Coast home.
Exactly. Making the trip there basically mandatory for collectors.
So what does this all mean, like for the broader industry?
Well, it seems like this physical space is the final piece of the puzzle to secure their legacy. It creates a destination that perfectly mirrors Ghibli's broader global renaissance.
Oh, for sure. They've evolved from a niche interest into a towering pillar of world cinema. Right, taking home a historic Oscar for The Boy and the Heron and an honorary Palme d'Or at Cannes. Establishing this U.S. footprint proves that a foreign studio can achieve the kind of theme park-adjacent permanence usually reserved for Disney or Universal.
It proves the demand isn't just a passing trend, It's multi-generational.
Totally.
The parents who wore out their VHS tapes of Castle in the Sky 30 years ago are the exact same people sitting on the couch right now showing their kids Ponyo.
That generational bridge is key here. A physical store provides a communal, tangible space for all those different age groups to connect over the stories they love.
It really highlights that in a world that feels increasingly chaotic and loud and frankly digital, your appetite for quiet, hand-drawn magic is stronger than ever.
It really is. It is definitely a masterclass in turning cinematic reverence into a physical reality.
Absolutely. So even if you aren't an LA local, consider this your perfect excuse to book a flight to LAX.
Definitely worth the trip.
But it leaves us with a really provocative question to mull over. With Ghibli successfully transitioning from the silver screen to a permanent, immersive physical sanctuary in the U.S.
Could this spark a broader trend?
Exactly. Are we going to see physical sanctuaries become the standard for how we experience our favorite cinematic worlds long after the credits roll? The retail wilderness might be disappearing, replaced by portals just waiting for us to step through.